Thanksgiving? I have no idea. But we are up, we are on time, and we are making strides to start the day. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday. I know I tried to do content yesterday over and over and over again, and it was just not, the internet was just not being my friend. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But we're here again. We're here again. And one thing I did say yesterday was like, oh, I'm going to take a break and, focus on myself. And one thing I have to learn is I need to learn how to focus on myself and not isolate myself, not seclude myself off into a little meadow where I'm not working, I'm not doing anything on YouTube. I'm not like, I can't operate my life like that. Like I have to operate my life in a way where, you got to kind of just get in where you fit in. It kind of goes into the topic of today, where I've always had the personality type to what people will consider to be resilient. You just figure out a way to make a way. Now, granted, I never had no hard life knocks. I ain't never been through no real life situations where, I've been through some things, but I ain't the one who can say like I made it out the mud. I ain't gonna say that because I ain't had to go through those type of life struggles. But I've had my life struggles. Okay, I've had my struggles. I've had things that was a struggle to me, and through that, I've learned how to just pick up the pieces and keep moving, be resilient, and push through. So while yes, I am in my prayer, I'm focusing on God right now in my life, doesn't mean that I don't have to work. I still have to get up to go to work. Okay. So as long as I still have to get up and go to work, then I can make content, and I'm gonna do that. So I thought about it. Once again, I thought about it and said to myself like what I could do and what I can't do right now. So with that, that's what I'm doing. But as you all can see from the title of the video, I am speaking on how your faith can help you when it comes to emotional survival, and having a faith system in place is beneficial to you, and how that can help you for your future and things like that. I have my notes here ready for me because we only have 20 minutes, okay, and we want to hit all our marks. So having a faith system, as many of you know, I am in holiness, and it is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But it's also one of the most rewarding things that I'm doing in my life. Okay, it is something that I am glad that the Lord sought after me and brought me into holiness. I am glad that the Lord is dealing with me daily. I am glad. I would hate to be living in this world and have the mindset of many people in this world. It's sad, but anyway. Having faith, having a faith system, it gives you a sense of meaning and purpose. So we kind of went over this on Friday when I made a live, and I was talking about like how to like basically repurpose your life, like how to overcome self-denial and stuff like that, and insecurities. But faith, when you have faith, a faith system, it provides a larger context for life struggles. It gives you a reason and a purpose behind why you are going through the things that you are going through. It's something about being a human and us having the desire to identify things like we have to identify something to pinpoint it here, there. Like we can't. One thing about the human mind, you have a hard time. If I just told you something, can't think of nothing right now, but if I just said something to you, your mind is automatically going to try to identify what I said. And when your brain cannot do that, then you like, you feel kind of like, okay, what's going on? So while many of us who have a faith purpose, when we have a faith, a religion to believe in, it allows us to, create, oh gosh, it's traffic, guys. I should have went the other way. It's okay. So when you believe that your experiences are a part of a bigger picture, a part of a bigger reason, it makes experiencing those struggles a little easier. It helps you push through it. When you believe in a God, and when you believe God is God, it helps you to navigate life a little bit more. There's a quote that says, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. So when you have a reason why, when you know there's a reason behind the trials, the tests, the tribulations, it helps you to keep pushing. And that's what we want to know. That's just the end all be all. Many of us can say our why is our children. Many of us can say our why is the purpose that we have in life. Like whatever that is for you. Mine's is, of course, my son, but the bigger picture is my faith. When I understand that the reason why I'm experiencing ABC is because of the God that I serve, the faith that I have, and the vision that God has for me, that helps me to navigate this world a little bit easier because I know I can lean on God. So the next thing is that you want to have inner strength and surrender. So yesterday we were on Life with Paulette's channel, and we were speaking on, when I came in, we were talking about surrendering and, letting go of the control, allowing God to work himself within you, do what he got to do, and step back and stop trying to control what you want the Lord to do. Just let the Lord do what he do, and don't try to help him figure it out. You ain't got to do that. It's the Lord. He gonna do what he got to do, and he gonna move the way he needs to move. So just surrender. So control is acknowledging that not everything is in your hands. When you are able to identify certain life experiences are just going to happen just because it's a part of the story, then you can surrender control more and stop worrying and caring and investing. I'm learning how to have a detached mentality, to not attach myself to people, places, and things that are not giving me the same energy back, that don't I guess you could say care for me, love me the same way that I could or would, right? So just learning how to detach, honestly, is very important for anybody, especially us women. You have to learn how to detach. You don't have to attach yourself to so much. And many of you may say, oh, I don't have that issue. Listen, if you might be attached to a lot of things that you don't even realize you're attached to. So just take a look, like I always say, take an audit on your life. What people, places, or things are pulling you in, and where do you see your energy going? And you're investing so much energy. Like if you on YouTube all the time, and every time somebody go live, every time somebody is having a conversation, and you always in the mix, you might be attached to YouTube a lot. I can say that I be on Instagram looking at reels, like it has me in a chokehold right now. I'm attached to that a little bit too much. I need to detach. That is my thing. So just that's simplifying the point of inner strength through surrender. So learning how to surrender, learning how to detach from people, places, and things that are not serving you in the same magnitude that you serve it, or in the same magnitude of providing substance to your life. That is very important to note. Okay, when you surrender your need to control, it builds up your inner strength. It releases and reduces your anxiety, and it fosters acceptance. It allows you to have peace, and it boosts your emotional adaptability. When you're able to discern, when you're able to acknowledge and without attaching, that is so, oh my goodness, that is so key. Hey, good morning. That is so key. That is so key. Learning how to have spiritual, emotional, physical discernment, but not attaching yourself to the identification, and learning that, okay, I can identify with something and not attach myself to it. I don't have to make this experience personal. It could just be as it is, and I could just I can acknowledge, I can take the lessons, I can surrender the control, and I can remove myself from it without being attached to it, without measuring my value to one experience. That is key. Like that right there, that's that for real. I gotta practice that. I don't know who said that, because Elvira don't even know how to do that yet. But that is major. That's major keys. And, you know, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Next thing you want to do is have community and support. I share with you guys the importance of having community and support. And many faith traditions offer strong social structures. You know, within my faith, you know, I started my channel to share my story of my journey through holiness, sharing my testimony, and opening up myself to, you know, the world through that lens. Now that my channel is growing and I'm getting some grass under my feet at the temple and just kind of establishing myself. I've been going to the same temple for a year now consistently. I think maybe 1 or 2, 3 times I haven't been present, but because I probably traveled out of the state somewhere. So the support in the community is coming. I love the pace in which I am building community and support, and here's why. The pace that I am building community and support is allowing me to have more discernment. You know, our pastor and overseer doesn't tell us don't get close to no one for no reason, you know, and I don't want to go into an environment where, you know, I'm so giddy, happy, smiley in everybody's face, and then come to find out I haven't taken my time to kind of learn people. You know, one of the biggest things for me is learning that just because I'm in holiness doesn't mean everybody acts holy. Just because I'm in holiness don't mean that I'm ready. You know, does not mean that I'm ready. I have to hold myself accountable, because the way that we are instructed to conduct ourselves, I'm not 100% there yet. I'm still working on myself. I'm still dealing with myself. And, you know, even when it comes to social media, you know, a lot of the people from the churches started to follow me on Instagram. And while it is okay, I don't mind it at all, it is also very uncomfortable, because now I'm allowing people into my world a little bit. And you know, I'm very reserved, believe it or not, guys. I get on here and I talk to y'all because it's just me and you, me in this phone, okay? Or it's me legend in the phone. But a lot of times in person, I'm very reserved. I'm listening. I'm non-confrontational and in off air, but I won't let you play with me. you're not gonna play with me. But I keep my peace a lot. So while community and support is very important, those relationships provide emotional support and reduce loneliness. However, the walk is going to be lonely. Just keep that in mind. Don't think that because you see so many people, like in my faith of holiness, there's so many people in holiness. So many. It may not, when I leave the temple, it may not feel like it, but when I get on the internet and when I leave and when I'm in that temple, it's a full house and there's a lot of people in there. It's a lot of families in there. There's a lot of men in there, masculine men at that. You know, it's a lot. Believe it or not, like we have temples all around the world, guys. So we say this walk is lonely because when we leave out of those environments, it's just us. And it can be lonely at times, but you know, being able to pull on those environments when you need it, being able to foster an environment that caters to you. So I'm talking about my faith. Whatever your faith is, whatever your journey is, connect with people in that space and take your time. The reason why I'm sharing some of this is more so to tell you to take your time. Practice discernment. Learn people, learn their ways, learn certain ways. You know, sometimes when you meet a person for the first time, you know, I'll never forget, I met this lady for the first time and she kind of came off real rough. Like she came off like she was telling me what to do. And that don't sit well with me, especially when I don't know you. So I had to like check her multiple times. And after that, I never had a problem out of her anymore. Now she talked to me like she got some sense. But I came into an environment and she took me being reserved, and she was older than me, almost 60 or 60. So she took me being reserved as, oh, this might be new prey that I can boss around. And I had to like pump her brakes, like, not me, not Evie, not me. You must not know about me. Let me train you real quick. And I had to get her together. But you know, those are the type of environments where when you're trying to build a community, sometimes it can get a little, all I'm saying is have some discernment. Don't go into no community. Don't go into no online community, physical community. Don't go nowhere being all giddy and hunky-dory. Put on your discernment glasses. Pay attention. Watch the people around you. Watch the people in the chat. Watch the people on the live, including me. Learn of the people that you are around. When I be telling people about people, it's not because I get some spiritual enlightenment. No, I be paying attention to people. I be paying attention. I watch how you move. That is very important. A lot of times you let things go over their head because you're not paying attention. You just so happy to be in the conversation, you don't even realize that this person lying. So have some discernment and be very mindful as you build these communities, right? But the community, I'm saying that because you want this community to be your support. You want people to support you. You want to have someone that you can call on. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Having somebody you can call on is very few to none, okay? Because we all got our struggles. We all got our ways. We all got life be coming about. And it's going to be times where you are going to be on your own. But just make sure that you have the right group of people around you that, you know, that can build you up and enlighten you when need be. And also, like I said, just be very, very selective with the people that you want to call your community. Be very, very selective. Don't say things and don't do things and don't have conversations with people that next time you know you a whole topic for a podcast. You like, now what Now, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So just be mindful of that, y'all. The next thing is practice that makes that fosters stability. So things, when I'm saying practice, I'm saying things that foster your stability in your faith, which can be prayer, meditating on the word, reflection, journaling, gratitude. All of these things help build your stability, helps you stay prepared, helps you stay in communication with the Lord, help you, and I'm saying the Lord because that's my faith, okay? Like I said, you fit in where you get in, okay? So it helps you stay grounded. It helps you stay aware. So when you practice things that help you stay stable, then you're able to, you'll have your resources when you need them. When it's time for you to pray, you ain't got to worry about things because the Lord hears your prayers, or he at least sees you. And then you have hope and optimism. So one thing I tell my sister all the time, I was like, girl, you so optimistic. I just love it. You so optimistic. You always be thinking about the positive of the situation. I'd be like, this lady cussed me out at the grocery store. And my sister be like, maybe she was, she'll give it a reason, like why that would have happened, or how I could take a lesson out of that experience. And I'll be like, girl, you so good. Like, you so good. Like, how do you even, do a thing? I got here quick today. I got here at 22 minutes. So that's that. Moving right along. Have optimism. I'm practicing that. So instead of automatically thinking the worst of the person, I'm gonna think the best of you until you prove me otherwise. So instead of me saying, this person lying, but I don't have no proof, or they did this because, or they said this because, or they're doing this because, and I'm going off of your habits. I'm not going off of what you like. I'm not making it up. I'm going off of how you move. That's how I'm getting my interpretation off of how you move. Instead of me doing that, I'm like, you know what? Though you have never felt me, I'm gonna lay low. I'm gonna lay low, and I'm gonna let them manifest how they want to manifest. And every time I do that, I'll be like, I knew you was gonna manifest one day, because you can't help yourself. You're not aware of yourself. That's another thing. That's a whole topic. Self-awareness. To be self-aware, you have to have accountability. You can't be aware of yourself if you can't be accountable for yourself. That's a topic one day. You want to have a moral compass in decision making. So the faith, depending on your faith, when you have a moral compass or something that holds you once again accountable for your decision making, lean on that and not on your flesh or your mind or your temptation. Lean on the moral compass, the decision making. Think about everything the Lord done brought you through. Think about everything that you're experiencing and realize that, you know what? God would not bring me all the way out here and did all of that work for me to backslide into this. Okay? So whatever that backslide could be. And then also, through all of it, applying what you're experiencing with grace, being kind to yourself, using faith as a graceful tool, so that way you can continue to build and be and see and have and experience and attract, and people want to be around you. That's another topic one day. People want to be around you because they like your energy, but sometimes it can be draining to you because you have to constantly be around people. Like for me, I tell you guys all the time that I talk all day long. I talk to you guys, I talk at my job, my in my career, in my position, people are constantly asking me questions. People are constantly, oh, how do I do this? How do I do this? What does it say about this? What does it say about that? What about this? What about that? Can you do this? Can you do that? That's my day all day long. That's my day all day long. And then when you leave there, you think work is over, but then, you know, you go into mommy mode and you like, you know, mommy this, mommy that, mommy this, mommy, can we do this? I'll be like, Lord. So I enjoy moments where I'm able to just lay in the bed and do nothing. And even though I was doing that yesterday, I did it for all of 10-15 minutes. And I said, you know what? Get up and go do DoorDash. Why are you laying in the bed? You could be DoorDashing. And I got up and did some DoorDash. So I don't know what I said this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Whatever I gave, I hope I gave something for you guys to go off of. You said I'll be home soon to give you. Oh girl, you fine. You fine. And I'm not trying to be smart. It ain't that deep. I wanted to say that, but I was like, I gotta tell her that in my voice, because if I type it over the air in the comments and say it ain't that deep, girl, I don't want her to take it that way, but the wrong way. But all I'm saying is that when I say it's not that deep, all I'm saying is like, girl, I know you a wife. I know you got 5011 churn. I know. It's okay. It's okay. I always tell people, my friends, people that I know that are my age and they are married and they have kids, they are busy. I text my cousin the other day. I said, hey, I'm sorry, I forgot it was your birthday. And then her birthday was maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I'm driving and I'm like, I don't even think she ever responded. And I know it's not intentional. It's like I realized that she never responded, but I know her not responding wasn't intentional. So listen, I'm saying that Covered Naturals and saying in closing, girl, one thing about me, I am probably one of the best friends to have because I am so low maintenance. When it comes to my friends, I'm not a high maintenance friend. I don't need people to, I don't need to check in every day. I don't need to bother you. I'm not going to bring my problems to you. If we're having a conversation and I share something for relatability, that's all that I'm doing. But, you know, so I'm not a high maintenance friend. I'm not. I'm very, you know, easygoing and things like that. You said, do not measure my value to one experience. Yes. And it's going to be, and I'm learning that not to measure my value to one experience. That may not be the best experience. I may not have used the best decision-making skills, but you know, the fact that I was on the wake up list this morning gives me the opportunity to change that narrative. And I pray that I can do it with sincerity in my heart and honesty. But in the meantime, I need to be aware of the decisions that I'm making and not tie my values to my self-value to the decisions that I make. The other comments are just crazy. And, it is what it is. So with that being said, good night, good morning, good afternoon. I will see you all on tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. We'll have another live. Like I said, yes, I am in my mood of no, not you, Way, not you. It was the other person. But good morning, my Way 365. Good morning. But don't call me a goddess, okay? Don't call me a goddess. Just call me Elvira. No, not you. It was the other guy or the other person. I don't know. So no, not you, my Way. But yes, y'all. So thank you so much for coming and joining me early in the morning. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. This week, let's focus on sanctification. This week, let's focus on building healthy habits. I knocked one of my habits, one of my to-do lists off, which was prayer this morning. And then I went into listening to something spiritually guided by our apostle. And we're going to finish out the day. I have a really busy day, so I got to go. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. I hope you got something from the video today. I really did. Even if it was like a one-liner, I hope you got something, okay? Don't forget to wear your sunscreen. Okay, guys, you've been telling me about my skin. You want to know why? Because I've been wearing sunscreen. So that's something I've been meaning to share with you guys, that the reason why the skin is looking decent is because of self-care, but also sunscreen. All right? Yes, black folks need to wear sunscreen. Okay. Love y'all.